Hello everyone, my name's Radio Mike, this is the Inside My Mind, and today I just wanted to do a quick video about the brand new Digimon Adventure anime that launched in Japan today. I downloaded Crunchyroll and got myself an account because the first episode is up there now, and I just wanted to talk all about it. So I should start this by saying that Digimon is one of my all-time favorite animes. Like, I watched the first season when I was a kid, followed by the second season 02, and I just loved both of them so much as a kid. And as I started going through high school, I started catching up on all the seasons that I missed, like Tamer's Frontier, Savers, and I just sort of was obsessed with this franchise. I just thought it was so awesome in every way. But the first season of Digimon Adventure, those characters, those storylines, all of that stuff will always hold this really special place in my heart. I just love that show with a passion, and it's honestly one of the most nostalgic things to me that I love revisiting from time to time, like whether that's rewatching the whole season or picking up a Digimon video game on PS4 and playing it, or whatever it may be. I just love engaging with this series because it always brings back this childlike charm to me. And it seems like the creators of Digimon are always trying to at least call back to the original series in some way. For example, in Digimon Frontier, the final evolutions of the main two characters Digimon bear the names of Greymon and Garurumon, respectively, which are the names of both Tai and Matt's final form Digimon in Adventure, as well as in Savers, where they actually brought back Agumon as the main partner Digimon for Marcus, which was great. And then they ended up doing Digimon Adventure Tri, the long-awaited third series in the Digimon Adventure franchise, which was also really, really cool, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was just great seeing these characters again after so much time, older and wiser, and just struggling with what they'd been through in the past. I really connected with all these characters. So when they announced that they were actually doing a reboot of the original Digimon Adventure, I was actually really surprised because that series still stands up today, in my opinion, and I didn't really know what to expect, and I just wanted to keep following these characters forever because they're definitely the best of any of the characters in the series. This is a totally new version, and just for the record, when I talk about this, I'm going to be using the names of the characters in the dub, not the original Japanese names. That's just because I grew up with them. They're the names I'm comfortable saying. I have watched the first season as in the original Japanese with subtitles. I watched this episode with subtitles because it's obviously not dubbed in English yet, but I'm just going to refer to them as their English names because that's what's most comfortable for me. So I wondered what they were going to do differently in this reboot, or if it was just going to be a one-to-one update in like HD, the same way Dragon Ball Z Kai was for Dragon Ball Z. But it seems like this is a totally new story entirely that just happens to feature all of the same characters who wear slightly different outfits and are now growing up in 2020 as opposed to 1999. They're still in Tokyo, pretty much everything is the same, the names are the same, they look pretty much the same despite their new outfits, but yeah, this is a very, very different first episode to the first episode of the original series. In the original series, the 7 kids who are the DigiDestined, or the chosen children, are on summer camp and get swept away into this alternate world, which is the digital world, where they meet their partners, training forms, and they end up being attacked by a giant bug Digimon called Koushiro. They all digivolve or evolve into their first stage, into their rookie stage evolutions, and defeat that Digimon. This one is a bit different. It's funny because I guess for that original series, that was the first ever series of Digimon as a franchise, so no one was really familiar with what it was or the mechanics, whereas I feel like in this series, yes, they are repurposing these characters that so many people have loved for new children to enjoy and giving them a new story for children of today to enjoy with today's technology and etc. However, it seems like they are aware that at least people have a vague understanding of Digimon. There's no stopping and starting to explain everything. Like, they just assume you know how this works at this point. So it actually moves a lot faster. We are introduced to our main protagonist, who is Tai Kamiya, who lives with his mum and his sister Kari. And his mum and Kari are on the train going somewhere. I can't remember where. It doesn't really matter. Suddenly a bunch of weird stuff starts happening in Tokyo, in Shinjuku and Shibuya, and one of my favorite parts about this anime since I visited Japan for the first few times is that it's set in the real Japan, and you see real life places that you've seen in real life, and it's just really cool to see a cartoon version of a city that you've traveled to, I suppose, and it makes it feel like these characters could be real. They could just be real kids growing up in Japan. We then see Izzy Izumi, aka Koushiro. He visits Tai because he wants to inquire about the summer camp that they are supposed to be going on in a week's time, and suddenly they realize that all this weird stuff is coming from the network, or the net. Something is causing a lot of Japan's technology to malfunction, and one of the things that is malfunctioning is the trains. They're being sped up and slowed down, and there's going to be a collision. Tai then realizes that his mum and sister are on the train and freaks out a bit, as you would, and he somehow gets transported to the net, or the internet, essentially, where he meets his Digimon, Koromon. Interestingly, the crest motifs are very present in this episode. In the original series, the crests were like physical incarnations of characteristics of the DigiDestined. For example, Tai's was courage, Izzy's was knowledge, Matt's was friendship, but they didn't come in until after the first arc. They were the second arc of the original series. However, they're very prevalent here, and they start to glow. Well, it's not the crest, but the symbols of the crest start to appear when Tai does something courageous, for example. He's leading the charge against a big Digimon that is attacking Koromon, who digivolves into Agumon very quickly to help fight the internet war that is occurring that's affecting the real world. It's all pretty confusing stuff. Funnily enough, they didn't have like the old school Digimon digivolving sequences or the Shinka sequences that they used to have. It was like real time him evolving. If you're a fan of the series, you'd understand. He digivolved in real time, and you see him transform as he's fighting, which I actually really liked and thought it was a really cool way of handling it, because a lot of those Digivolution sequences just ended up being annoying filler in the original series. Eventually, Tai is not giving up against a Digimon that is digivolving and completely decimating Agumon, which causes Agumon to digivolve into Greymon, and it looks great. It's interesting how they are sticking with the original evolutions. I thought it would be cool if we got some branched, like different evolutions from the original series, like how in Savers we had the Agumon, but it digivolved into Geo Greymon and Rise Greymon and Shine Greymon instead of just Greymon, Metal Greymon and War Greymon. It was like a different branch, but it looks like we are going to see the exact same Digivolutions as the original series. In the opening credits of this episode, all of the partner Digimon's second forms appear, and they are all exactly the same, which is a little bit of a shame. I'd love to see some kind of variation, but who knows if that's going to happen. At the end of the episode, everything is seemingly kind of back to normal, except Tai sees another boy in the net who happens to be Matt, who is riding upon a Garurumon, which means his Digimon Gabumon has already digivolved. Really, really interesting to see the direction they take this. It seems like there's not going to be like a digital world. It's not going to be like they're lost in this other world and they're trying to find their way home. It seems like something new entirely, which does seem to adapt well to just the way kids are using the internet now, and the internet being like a place you can go and come back from, I guess. I really liked how Matt appeared at the end, how he's already established in this world somehow. I really want to find out more about that and see how all of the other characters come into this series. The other thing I'm interested in is how Kari will be integrated. In the original series, she came in about halfway through. She was the 8th child. There was an entire arc around it. I'm not sure if she's going to just be there from the start in this one or what's going to happen. It does seem like we are getting a totally different, unique story, which is really cool. I'd like to think this is like an alternate universe of the original series, and I'm really on board with that. I can't wait to see how this develops. I'm going to be tuning in every week, and I am beyond excited to watch this series a bit more because it just seems absolutely amazing so far. And I just love how a show that I watched when I was 5 years old is still prevalent in my life now at 25 years old. It's really, really cool. So, what did you think of the episode? What do you want to see from this series? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build a subscriber base. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Go and watch another one of my videos. I'd really appreciate it. Listen to my podcast. It's on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, wherever you podcast. 20th Century Boy. My day job's in radio. I'm a producer. I do a bunch of crazy stuff. My life's a bit weird. So I'd love for you to have a listen to that. And my band, Release the Sounds, is a comedy punk rock kind of band. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to your music or stream it, and YouTube for the music videos. I would love for you to check it out. The end screen to this video is a snippet of the song. So if you like that, go and check it out. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Radio Mike. I might do reviews of every episode. I don't know. I'll see what happens. This has been The Inside of My Mind. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you later and stay safe in these times.
This whole time you were attached to string. You were a puppet this whole time. Well, I don't care what they say, cause I love you. You're a puppet, I'm a boy, but together we are two. I'll take you to the altar, you say I do. Mom's pulling the strings, but I'm king